what every Russian schoolboy knows.
Good time of day to all you my chess friends here on the Internet Chess Club. This is Grandmaster Alex Shermalinsky and welcome back. What every Russian schoolboy knows. How to build the opening repertoire. Ongoing series of videos on the bishop f4 line of the Queen's Gambit declined. You know, when I started this thing, then I really didn't think that would go so long. I intend to write a short story on bishop f4, and I ended up with doing something way bigger. I guess now I know how Leo Tolstoy must have felt when he started with his War and Peace. Yeah, this thing is just it begins to grow. It goes out of your control and already reached gigantic proportions. And well, okay, part 6 now. There you go. We follow the game between Anand and Nakamura. Well, the reason is, I guess, maybe I delved into a territory that it's really well researched now, and it's contested in high-profile games. And leaving something unmentioned, leaving a stone unturned, I just don't think it would be intellectually honest, put it this way. Let me explain what I mean by that. Opening books are written daily, right? Every time you show up at a chess tournament and you go to a bookstore, you find probably a dozen of new books on openings. And I understand their value, of course. I even attempted to write one. Okay, that was a different story for some other time. Anyway, my point is that written from a perspective, how to beat the Sicilian, whatever, how to win with the open Spanish and all that. So I understand, we want to rally the troops, we're going to excite people and all that. But all the same, no, when you base your selection of games, your criteria, on that, if it fits into your agenda to prove that white wins with the wing gambit and the Sicilian, then you have to carefully select your games. And, well, in the beginning, maybe I had this idea to show you those nice games that I easily won against much low-rated players on the white side of the bishop f4 line. Well, yeah, maybe I should have stopped there, but problem is that I didn't. So therefore, part 6 and another game between top players. Now it's Anand against Nakamura. Alright, so let's get to this point. Alright, knight d7, we play c5. We talked about this in the previous lecture. Now, of course, black plays knight h5. Or he could play knight h5. We looked at c6, and here we had an interesting discussion, talking about the merits of bishop d3, the move that allows black to change his mind and go after the other bishop. Or versus the move h3. The difference was seen as we went on and looked at that famous game between Anand and Carlsen that Anand won in the World Championship match. So he not only, he had the bishop on d3 already developed, which may not matter because black comes out with his bishop and trades it from a6. Remember that. But the point is rather that white really doesn't need the move h3. Okay, return to the previous video and see those intricacies for yourself. So after knight c6, I don't know, h3 or bishop d3 remains to be seen. But in this game, Nakamura answered that question himself. He played knight h5 right away. Went after the bishop, and you look at this and think, what can possibly be wrong with this move? After all, c6 was not forced. You get the bishop right away. The key bishop that will have control over the b8 square on this entire